What's up, all my burners out there? This is Weedman420 with the Weedman420 Chronicles. How y'all doing today? Today we're going to be talking about some really cool stuff. Cannabinoids, episode 3. We laid it out to you first by starting off with the rolling papers. Then we laid it out with the weed inside the rolling papers. And now we're giving you the lighter. We're going to be lighting you up today and talking about cannabinoids. And what the fuck is a cannabinoid? Well, I'm going to give you the definition. Cannabinoids are a group of active compounds found in marijuana. Marijuana.
Ooh.
While marijuana contains many different compounds, cannabinoids are undeniably the most important part of this. Cannabinoids are responsible for marijuana's effects on our bodies.
Lay it on me, weed man. Tell me about it more.
I'm going to lay it on your body, Dov, in a second.
Ooh. I don't know if the viewers will like that.
This is the reason why you get high. There's also many other reasons why medically marijuana works to alleviate so many symptoms, which Paulie's going to be talking about and Dov in a little bit later on in this segment. The relationships between cannabinoids and our bodies. Really complex stuff here, so we need you guys kind of really listen in, because like I said, this is the light.
And so put the fucking bong down for a minute and listen
up. So, what do cannabinoids do? Cannabinoids have a wide variety of effects on the body, all which occur upon the activation of the cannabinoid receptors. Cannabinoids that serve both medicinal and recreational purposes change the way we feel. You guys like getting high? I like getting high.
I mean, I dabble.
A little bit?
I've done it once or twice.
Yeah.
We're good Christian boys.
They have regulatory effects on several body functions. Every function of the body requires a specific balance of factors to perform an optimal capacity through cannabis. Kind of like achieve some balance, some homeostasis. Cannabinoids interact with receptors to trigger homeostatic responses throughout the body. And Dov's going to talk a little bit in this episode right now about cannabinoids and some of the different cannabinoids. There's 9 major cannabinoids in cannabis that we're going to talk about right now. And Dov's going to talk about two of our favorites. Dov, boy, give us what you got.
I'm going to dive into these cannabinoids. And our main ones are the beautiful CBD, which we need a correct ratio of CBD to THC. I know we talked about that before on previous episodes for it to be effective. But it's meditated by receptors in our brain and our body. And that's why you see a lot of people putting the CBD oil on their body to affect areas that they feel pain. No, I've done it before with the wrists because, I'm a dumbass and I hurt myself a lot. THC also is our other big boy. It's like the Duke in the North Carolina here. Just got done with March Madness. I'm still not off my high from that. My bracket sucked. But anyways, THC travels through the bloodstream and it binds to cannabinoid receptors throughout the body. Affects memory, concentration, pleasure, coordination, sensory, and time functions. So, that's really what you feel more when you're, fucking stoned.
Yeah, that THC could be dangerous.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your ass fucking in the hunched-over position on the couch off too much.
Slump mode.
If I smoke something that's, way too strong of a sativa and I smoke too much of it, that too high THC ratio, I'm done for.
Oh, yeah. And, you can experience the side effects from too much THC, like anxiety, elation, burning eyes, dry mouth, shaking, trembling, and increased heart rate, and short-term memory loss. So when you hear that, when you're just going crazy,
Sound like something different there, Dov.
Yeah. No, hey. Don't put me
now
on
we
the
know
spot.
how you broke your wrist, right?
This is
Hey, don't worry about that. Then we got our THCA, and it's the main constituent in raw cannabis, and it converts when it's burned or vaporized at certain temperatures, and that helps with your anti-inflammatory pains, and that's really gonna deal until you've got that aching knee pain, or we have bad backs here because we're always carrying the team.
True.
True that.
Yeah, it's just that. That's when you're really feeling that swellingness go down is from that THCA, and other little ones that I can touch up on real quick is CBDV, and it's shown to help with epilepsy. CBG, it's a non-psychoactive and it's antibacterial. And I know we talked about that with the terpenes in the last episode. It's that Mr. Clean type shit, the lemon pledge. And that helps with reducing growth in tumors and cancer as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really big.
Nice.
Always down for that. And then lastly, I just want to talk about CBN, and that's like mildly psychoactive, so you won't feel it so much in the brain. But that's produced from the THC with very little CBN and fresh THC plant. That's kind of like the late bloomer, just like a little late to the party.
Like T over there, late bloomer.
Real late bloomer. He's still working on growing into his spine. But what's also really great about that CBN, and I know Paulie feels that a lot, it's like it's got that couch lock effect.
I love the couch lock effect.
And, the couch will swallow Paulie at any moment.
Just
it's like Jaws.
melting right into
God.
there.
It just puts me out.
You know what's cool about the cannabis plant, cannabinoids, that we're talking about right now is that there's over 500 natural compounds in that plant.
Have you ever even smoked 500 weeds?
No, not. I want to. I'd say I probably smoked close to about 150 different strains in my time. Because don't forget, I'm a little bit older than you guys. Back in the day, there was not a lot of strains. Yeah, a little bit.
Then we have so many strains that we like that we go back to them so often, and we're sale shoppers, so we only buy stuff that's on sale.
Yeah, true. We're cheap asses.
But
and also, those 500 compounds, there's 85 of those compounds, according to recent research about this plant, there's 85 of those compounds that happen to make the cannabinoids. And Dav talking about these specific ones, THC and CBD, the ones we know more about in recent research. But we're going to send this over to Paulie here. He's going to talk about some medicinal effects to it, a little bit of the system of cannabinoids and what it does and how it intertwines not only just the cannabis plant, but also kind of our bodies also. Paulie, take it over, brother.
So I hit it a little bit in the last episode, but in our bodies and like every animal's body, there's the endogenous cannabinoid system, better known as the endocannabinoid system. And it's a biochemical control system that regulates lipids, and it has specialized receptors that are configured to accept certain cannabinoids. So that's like a mouthful. But basically just know it's a control system in your body. It kind of, as we said before, it regulates your body. It deals with homeostasis a little bit. But know that it accepts those cannabinoids that come from marijuana, and that's kind of how it works. So these receptors are throughout your whole body because they're in your brain, they're in every part of your body. And the cannabinoids can be there can be like one or more of them, and they'll bind to that receptor, and they're going to trigger an event in your cells, and then that's going to cause those cells to like change their activity, and that's why you feel like those effects when you smoke something, because that's what's happening.
Are those cells like morphing, like Power Rangers and shit? They're just,
I don't
like,
know.
changing?
It's more of like just like I don't know that in deep of it, but like it just changes your body.
They like get together and like it's morphin' time.
Yeah,
The one thing I got to
right.
say is they use some pretty big words for burners to read. Jesus.
They are
I
mouthfuls.
mean, I got to go to Google Translate to fucking be able to pronounce some of these words because everybody knows I can't spell or say shit worth of shit.
We know we're not experts.
No, not at all. But good God, there's some fucking big words out here.
Yeah.
Try saying them stoned too. Like,
Oh, goodness. Jeez. Go ahead, Paul. You're doing a great job.
So something interesting with this endocannabinoid system is that it can help with pain and inflammation in your body. It can regulate energy. It can help with your learning and memory and your emotion regulation. And all those things are effects that you'll find in any like cannabis strain you find. Those like effects come with that, and so that's why they work together so well. Or maybe not so well if you're smoking the wrong strain, but that's how those effects happen. And so the endocannabinoids are produced naturally in your body, and then when you look at those phytocannabinoids, or the ones that you find in marijuana, they're from the oily resin of the buds and leaves of plants such as cannabis. So they can be found on other plants too, which we kind of mentioned in the same regard as like terpenes were. But with the phytocannabinoids, they're just natural from the plant, just like we produce these things naturally in our body, and they go together. And it's just really interesting to see like that link up and just how it all works. So then there's also synthetic cannabinoids, cannabinoids, geez, that word kills me. synthetic cannabinoids, which are they're manufactured by exactly. They're manufactured by artificial means in a laboratory, and so they can be used in like medicines can kind of use them, but then there's also things like spice and K2 and stuff like that, which you should stay the hell away from because you don't know what you're getting.
Those bad street.
Yeah, we don't want you fucking jumping out of any windows or anything, taking that shit.
I know you've done that a time or two.
It's they can like, since it's straight THC, if you take too much of stuff like that, it can actually lead you to like not overdosing death-wise, but having too much THC, and you're going to feel just really fucked up, and it's not great. So be careful with, like, straight THC things.
It's weird to think that just, like, too much THC, like, to the head will just put you in the weirdest spot.
Bam! Just knock you on your ass.
I think I should try it.
I think you already have.
That. Yeah, you've probably been there. I think I've been there.
I'm not going on record saying I have, but...
You are on record now.
Anyways, Paul, you want to continue?
Yeah, so something that kind of goes along with this, what we've been talking about, is the entourage effect. And in 1998, Shimon ben Shabbat...
Wow, you pronounced that really fucking good.
Yeah, how do you just pronounce that one correctly?
Because I know, I can say like...
Say it one more time. Say it 3 times really fast.
There's no way you were that stoned. You said it so good.
I don't know. Some things I can say, so like I don't, because there's like way. I had no idea. I just guessed right there.
Well, tell me about Mr. Shabbat.
It was Ben Shabbat and Raphael McCoolum. They discovered that cannabinoids within the cannabis plant work together through a network of coincidental relationships as part of a greater organism and affect the body in a mechanism similar to the body's own endocannabinoid system. So within like the plant itself, THC and CBD and all the other cannabinoids work together to protect the plant, help it grow, turn into whatever it's going to become. And so the same way as like our own body's endocannabinoid system kind of provides like homeostasis throughout our whole body. So those they kind of coincide as well. And they also figured out that like they don't work as well in isolation. Like, so when you go to smoke, like, or however you want to consume your all those cannabinoids, it's just going to be like them working together is what's going to make them a lot stronger. And not only stronger effect wise, but like if you take one out versus another, it could change the effects completely, and sometimes for the worse. Like taking a CBD away from THC can be pretty bad if like we said with those straight THC things, like they're not always that great. Like, so everything's working together.
Are they kind of like a team? Kind of like do they hold hands and they work together and they're one connection?
They definitely hold hands.
Yeah, they hold hands. Are they
I mean, they're found like throughout the plant and different things. Like how we said, you find the certain phytocannabinoids in the buds and the leaves, and we talked about where terpenes were found in the last episode. So they're throughout the plant, but it's all just working in unison to make the plant work and get to the level of maturity so that we can then end up smoking it, and then it affects our body.
Exactly. There's no I in team. There's no I in weed.
Exactly.
None. Very good. You could spell.
Yeah. See.
I just wanted to hit on some like specific THC and CBD effects, and like for the good and bad that you can expect, and maybe you don't know that it has some of these effects, and this could make you be more interested in using it for medicinal purpose. So for THC, it does things like managing pain and reducing inflammation, as Dave said earlier. It's going to reduce nausea and vomiting. It gives you the munchies, as we all know if you've ever tried it. It can help you sleep. And
you ever gotten the munchies?
No, just once or twice, or more like every time I smoke.
Just checking.
He just destroyed a whole bag of Starburst jelly beans. So
yeah.
R.I.P. in peace.
And it can manage glaucoma and just protect the nervous system, which is a huge one. But like the negative side effects, which you have to look out for, can be like rapid heart rate, which why we talked about going to the gym while you smoke can be a little bit worrisome, because if your heart rate is really up, you're just going to push it even more. So be careful with that. Anxiety and paranoia, as we're going to hopefully talk about a lot more in depth later. It's definitely one to look out for too. Sleepiness, increased appetite, which we said it could also be good, but for some people that's bad. You got your dry mouth and eyes. Always got those eye drops on you.
I hate the dry mouth. Cotton mouth is the worst.
It's definitely terrible.
Drink a lot of water.
Too much water, and then you gotta pee all the time. It's like not good. So I wish there was a way that I can just not do that. But edibles aren't always on the table.
If you're one of those people that likes to go out and hike and smoke,
It's just hard.
bring some water with you, because you're going to be thirsty if it's like your first time ever wanting to go out and do something while smoking. Always have some water.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Forgetfulness, as I'm sure we've all realized.
I'm terrible at that.
Dizziness and reduced blood pressure as well. So that's THC. Now when we look over at CBD, you see some of the same effects, which means it's only going to enhance them when it's mixed with THC, which is awesome. So with CBD, you could see things happen like reducing or eliminating seizures, which is huge. I'm pretty sure, what's that strain, that specific strain that was made for that girl, that CBD strain? It was like straight CBD, I think, and it like helped her with her seizures immensely.
I don't think it was the Rick Simpson oil, was it? Because that has THC in it.
That's a good one, though, too, right? It might be. I think there,
Well, it's
I remember
there is
about the
higher
Rick Simpson
CBD
oil.
content oils out there that help, but I know Rick Simpson oil is
The Rick Simpson oil that's the truth.
It's super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It can fight growth of tumors and cancer cells, which the science is still like kind of new for that one, but it's a possible effect. And it can help anxiety. And something a lot of people don't know is that it could possibly be an antipsychotic agent, which means it can help people with like mental illnesses, which the science is still new on that one too. They're still doing research for that. It's kind of trial and error type stuff. But that's a possibility that could happen with CBD. That would also be awesome. It can reduce muscle spasms, pain reduction, anti-inflammatory, just like THC. So that's how they work hand in hand. And it can also protect the nervous system, just like THC. Side effects you can expect are things like dizziness and lightheadedness, also anxiety. But that, for CBD, you got to smoke a lot or ingest a lot of CBD for that to happen. I don't know about... we smoke Grace's Cookies a lot, which is not Grace's Cookies, that's a sativa. Yeah, Critical Cure. We smoke that a lot, and that's we've smoked too much before where we're like, oh, fuck, I am tripping out right now.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah. It took a lot, though, but just still be careful with how
Have a
much
good TV
CBD.
show on.
Yeah.
That 70s show.
And then it can decrease your appetite. It can cause drowsiness, increased heart rate again, and jitteriness. So just keep those in mind. Get a list of those, like, if you're a new smoker or someone that's trying to start experimenting, keep a list of these and track which things help you more in certain aspects than other. That's always good. We're talking about these lists a lot and tracking what you smoke. It's
also
important.
track how much you do smoke at that time. So if you did smoke too much, you know why. And I've done that a bunch of times now where I've kept track of, I know this strain, I smoked too much of it, so this time I should only take one bong rip instead of two.
Yep.
It's kind of cool when you do that. It's like your little diary with it, or your journal. And it's kind of cool to log how much you consume. Even as looking back at a glance, it's like, oh wow, it's really been that much or that little, or this much helps me, this much doesn't. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's definitely keep track of it. It's something that definitely becomes beneficial to you at the end.
And so just two more things to remember with CBD that are really cool also is that it can reduce undesirable effects of THC, such as your inebriation, being way too high, sedation.
Hold on, did you just say inebriated?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dav, how many times have you been inebriated?
Man, dude, I can't even count. It's
Twice.
been getting too rough.
True.
Only twice.
Okay, it's been a rough week. We're getting there. We're fine. I haven't had to rely on anything. We're just smoking weed to get through the day.
That's what you need.
There you go.
Not inebriated. We're responsible here on this podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Speak for yourself.
If anyone's gonna be irresponsible, it's us youngins.
True.
Go ahead,
Sometimes we,
Pauly.
man.
And so then it can help sedation as well. And if you have that racing heart, that can help. CBD will help that as well. So keep those in mind too. If you're ever feeling just too high, just take maybe one hit of CBD, and there's a chance it could lower it out. But just be careful. Take a real small hit because it could still make you feel too high as well if you take too much. And then if you're looking for a CBD strain to smoke or anything CBD, any CBD product, you need that 4-to-1 CBD to THC ratio to dampen those head high effects from the THC, which is important to remember.
It's 4 to 1, really?
Yeah,
I never knew that.
yeah, that's
There's
what
all
I
different
read about.
ratios, but that 4-to-1
But
ratio
4 to
seems
1
to be
is
the most
the
legit,
the ratio that's
I'm a big
supposed
head
to
high
take it
kind of
away.
guy, so I never really go down for it. But
Yeah, you never go down.
try not to.
That explains a lot.
hey. Stick to your computers over there.
All I know is it's time to fucking smoke.
Yeah. We got through the tough stuff. Now let's smoke some weed.
Yeah, let's have some fun. You know what? This was real important stuff. Like you said, that's the lighter right there we just gave you, lighting that cherry. This is important stuff that you guys need to realize when it comes to cannabinoids. It's all plays effect, with strains, terpenes, cannabinoids. That plant is an amazing plant. I think our bodies are kind of in tune with that plant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all that boring stuff that, when you go to work and they, put you in a meeting, you have to listen to it. You're still getting paid. It's you're not getting paid listening to this, but you're getting high, I hope.
Yep, absolutely. So what are we smoking today, Pauly?
We got dead cherries from Grassroots. It's an indica. So this one's gonna be rocking just a little 1.5 THCA. Now you know what that is if you didn't before after listening to us. And it's got that was 1.5 THC and 18.5% THCA.
Damn.
So yeah,
We're rocking up there with the heavy.
Is there any
indica.
CBDA
Yeah.
or CBD in that strain at all?
no, there is not.
None, huh?
Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is this called again?
This is dead cherries from Grassroots.
Did you know that this was a cherry on top?
Yeah, a cherry, huh?
Did you do that on purpose?
Pauly did.
You did that on purpose?
Yep.
Oh, I thought this was all.
I'm gonna smoke out of my favorite, my pipe that I have here. My very big, long
It was just a coincidence. I just wanted to sound like I planned something good.
pipe.
So you both just lied to me.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it was a funny lie.
A funny lie? Alright, that makes it okay.
I do like this strain. This is my third time smoking it. The buds on this, the leaves are purpley, nurpley, very pretty. A lot of terpenes and trichomes, like we've talked about in the last episode on these buds. The taste, though, it does have a nice cherry flavor.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so we're gonna let this hit us a little bit, but we're gonna go right now in the papers with Dav over there. Dav, what'd you find out for us today?
I found out that cherry is a really good strain. Today we did a little investigation on pet owners using CBD oils on dogs and other animals.
Nice.
As we know, if you've ever owned a dog, personally I have not.
Rest in peace,
Wow,
Maxie.
that's so weird that you didn't.
I've never owned a dog. I've always wanted a dog. I'll get a wiener dog. I've always had a funny wiener dog story where, I get a wiener dog and I dress it up as a hot dog, and then every Halloween I'm mustard and we go up to the same party. It just, keeps going. It's yeah, that's, the joke.
Burner thoughts with
It's
Dav.
elaborate.
I saw a
It's an
puppy
elaborate
wiener dog.
joke, but, yeah. Well, go
I
on,
saw a
Troy.
puppy wiener dog the other day, and I was like, I think I want a wiener dog.
They're so
I used
funny.
to never want one, but now that I'm like,
I've
I think
always
I want
wanted
one.
one. I've always wanted one for that joke
They're
only.
so cute.
They're funny. But anyways, dogs can spaz out sometimes, like fireworks. We know here where we live,
Storms.
we always have those fireworks shows around the 4th of July. Yes, storms. Thank you, Shorty. Rescue dogs who've been abused. I know my family member who adopted a rescue dog. He was a little, always on edge.
Got some skits going in him, huh?
Yeah, poor boy. But he always loved me because, I give him pizza. We get stuff. In, like, old age, when they get up there, they become, like, a little on edge. And
I'm sure they got some pain, too.
yeah, exactly. And, like, owners of animals have written positive reviews about using CBD on their dog, cat, horses. For you horse owners out there, if you got the horses in the back. Or even a bunny. If you're, Easter's around the corner if you want to see the Easter bunny token up. Not much research has been done with the effects of CBD on animals and humans, mainly based off trial and error and experience, which I know, like, us using, like, Critical Cure, we've felt it.
Oh, such a good
and, like,
strain.
we can attain to that and, like, say that, like, it works, but, I mean, everybody's different. And we'll always attest to that everybody is different, and you got to find out what works for you. However, when giving your dog or animal CBD is different than when you, like, blow smoke in their ear and get them stoned, which you should not do unless it's, like, that shaggy little stone dog. But otherwise, like, really, don't just lift your dog's ear up and get it stoned.
I'm pretty sure it's not good for him if you give him, like, THC.
THC
No,
is
it's not,
Too
'cause
much THC.
Too much THC can be very bad for the dog. And, like, THC can be bad for the dog, but CBD from hemp plants, because it has low doses of THC, is described as beneficial for the dogs. And some owners who have tried it with their pooches, like, found positive effects on the dog.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and especially, like, if the dog comes from a bad background, because, I prefer if you adopt the dog.
Was he robbing banks or something like that, Dov?
I don't know. If you got Danger Dog over there, Huckleberry Hound just going over there and not giving a fuck. Yeah, but like even dogs, like we talked about the entourage effect. Dogs can even be affected by the natural compounds in the hemp work, and like their body's not too far off from ours, other than like they're just go all the time, kind of like me. That's why I say men are dogs.
Like I said earlier, too, all animals have the endocannabinoid system in them, too, so I'm sure the CBD reacts in similar ways as it does to us.
Exactly. And, like, as for right now, there are no known bad side effects of giving your dog CBD. However, make sure you're giving your dog, like, the right amount, even if, like, you have your dog on, like, vitamins or any other medicine for any ailments they might have. It's like, make sure you know your... Like, I'm not going to tell you how to raise your dog, but, like, make sure you know your dog before you just give it, like, THC.
Yeah, I'd start with a
Or CBD.
really, really low dosage if you're going to try it.
Do you have any recommendations of companies to use? I know of one that a friend of mine uses for his dog. The name of the company is called Charlotte's Web, and it's supposed to be really
Charlotte's Web,
good.
huh?
Yeah, it's
I
supposed
know
to be really
the
good.
King Canine is really big on the CBD, and that comes in, like, 75 milligrams.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I found that on the website. And Nature's Script Pet Oil is also good, and Pet Relief.
Nice.
All good ones that you can give to your dog.
That was good, Dov boy. I like that. It's for the
Thank you.
dogs. For the dogs, and also our family dog just passed away. Rest in peace, Maxie. We love you.
Yes, we love you, boo-boos.
Yep, boo boos, moomies.
Sorry
Maxie
for your
Moose.
loss.
You tried
We've
CBD with her once, right?
It worked. She went around the house like crazy. Like
Yeah.
she was a puppy again.
She felt great.
She was a good pup, and yeah, if you're thinking about giving anything out to your dog out there, just make sure you're doing it responsibly as you would do with yourself.
Absolutely. Good one, Dov. Thank you.
Thank you.
How's everybody feeling?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's just kicking in right now. I
Kind of
am,
in that, like, low Chuck Berry kind of voice.
nice. I like this strain a lot. The high is right there. I took one hit, not my normal two, off the pipe, and I like it a lot. It's a nice calming. I'm mellow. I'm kind of like I have no back pain right now,
Yeah.
and everything from the neck down is like limp. Like I can't.
I'm starting to, my eyes are slumping a little bit. I'm like, I'm getting into that couch lock right now, definitely. This is a good indica.
I definitely feel relaxed.
So you got that CBN hitting you,
Yeah.
that couch lock effect.
Everything
Get-
that we've
gotta
been
tie
talking
back to
about,
what
we
we
can
learned.
talk about the strains we smoke now more in depth, which I like a
Yeah.
lot. We can find out what kind of terps are in there.
And start
You
breaking
know.
them down.
Shouty, how you feeling on it?
I feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way different than the weed I smoked last night. I was on the fritz.
Yeah,
it's
you were
sometimes-
thinking like crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about
Get the mind
indicas.
going.
That's the thing about indica strains.
Yeah.
When I smoke indicas, some of them make me relax and couch like, and I can go to sleep on them real easy. Some indica strains, though, I'm relaxed, but because my mind is not, my brain is not like whacked out, I think
You
and
feel like
think.
that's from the strain, though, or like you feel like that's just like your daily routine, like you actually
No.
had something on your mind that
No,
day?
it's not, because last night, 2 nights ago, I sat up to like 3 o'clock in the morning trying to save the world. I had a
Okay.
lot of different thoughts in
Well,
my
you are
head.
a
That's what
superhero.
I could write a book when I lay in bed after smoking an indica. I have like
That
I
was
seriously
my
write.
problem.
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't stop thinking
And
last
that's when we
night.
talk about indica.
I
Sometimes
gotta hit sativa for that. Like,
see, not me.
I-
Sativa
no, I
makes
go
me want
into
to
it
go
with
work
the
out.
mindset.
Makes me want to clean the house. Makes me want to go run laps. Makes me want to do like some crazy fun stuff. Go dancing go to a club or anything like that. But this indica strains that I've been smoking lately are really relaxing. So
This
relaxing.
was nice.
But the I think clearly.
that's
Yeah.
good.
I'm not all paranoid and scrambled up.
This one's got me like, this one hits the eyes a little bit on the sides there. I always love that feeling when the eyes on the
I'm
side.
feeling that too.
It's like that's always like heavy in the indicas. You'll always feel like that sensation.
Like
Probably.
we said before, we are an
You have a
indica
good indica,
podcast,
at
boy.
least.
We do like the indicas here.
Yes.
Well,
I'm starting to experiment more with a little sativa. So
we like them.
I'm going out there.
Both.
Well,
We-
I just gotta like be active during the day.
You do like to ride your board a lot.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. You know, this strains we've been smoking, what we've been talking about here. But before we end and say goodbye, I want you just to know something about cannabis. And especially no matter how you partake in it, whether you smoke it through flower or you use oils or dabs or you ingest it through edibles, always start low. The low doses, the better. And go slow. Because you can always move forward, you can never move back. Meaning, like if you take too much at one time, you're stuck. But if you start with a low dose and go slow,
Be in a comfortable setting too.
yeah, that's a good start too. Yeah, be with people. If you're by yourself, fine. But if you're being with some people that have experimented with cannabis before and know how to lead you through the process of what you're feeling, they can help you. Also, maybe if you're by yourself and you're smoking, you're really too high, go for a walk, get some fresh air,
Yeah.
watch
Open
a good show.
window at least.
Yeah, or go watch a show on Netflix and get your mind out of the gutter, Dav.
Yeah, hey, they're selling
Water.
Girl Scout cookies out there too. If you wanna, maybe get the s'mores or like, or the Thin Mints. If you like Thin
Another
Mints,
thing too
go get
is
Thin Mints.
drink something with sugar in it.
Yeah.
Drink
big
like
sugar
a
guy.
fruit juice
I
or
heard like
soda.
lemonade's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
And it helps.
Add
a
some
lot.
honey in there, and that sugar will help your blood pressure go back up. It'll spike your sugar in your blood, and you'll be good. If you have diabetes, please don't do this. But but that does help me. Sometimes I smoke a little bit too much, and my blood pressure drops a little bit. I think that happens to you too sometimes, right? You get a little cold feeling because you smoke too much. Yeah. So what I've learned is all the things I just said to you helps. So like I said, hopefully you enjoyed this show. Hopefully you're enjoying this podcast. We're super stoked to be here. Paulie, you got anything to say?
Smoke smart. You should think that way. It's gonna make you feel a lot better in the long run. If you're a first-time smoker, I think if you want to like smoke somewhere like the comfortable wise, either just sit in your house and like chill with a friend. Like don't have too many people, or even by yourself. Probably have someone there just in case you start feeling too high. They can help you out. But just kind of hang out, watch a show on Netflix, or like go for like a walk in nature or something like that. Do something relaxing to put you in like a happy state of mind. That's
Dog
my
boy?
advice for you.
And to all you burners out there, I was thinking, just pass my bong right there. And maybe we just take one more hit together, reflect on what we learned today. Just together, just 1 second, real quick.
Bong, dramatic. Bong rip.
And then just want you guys to, reflect on all the cannabinoids we learned about today, and I want you all to have a good day.
To cannabinoids.
To cannabinoids.
The cannabinoids.
Hey guys, also don't forget check out our Instagram at Weedman420 Chronicles. Also, if you want to email us anything, weedman420chronicles@gmail.com, and also check out our Instagram at
Twitter.
Twitter, sorry, Weedman420 Pod. Check
we're
us out.
stoners, don't.
Yeah.
We're burners.
We're not
Yes.
perfect.
We're not perfect
Yeah,
at all,
We're not perfect. We're not experts either.
but we love you all. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you soon. Puff, puff, and away.